And my wife Jenny said, take out the trash. No, what do you mean take out the trash? I just spoke to 2,600 people. Like I'm the man, right? Take out the trash. Okay, fine, I'll take out the trash. It's nice. It helps me be more grounded. It helps me, still be humble, right? Because sometimes when you are, quote unquote, you have fame or publicity and all this stuff. I always say, don't believe in your publicity.
Hi everyone, I'm Cindy V. King. I'm the Sexy Love Scientist, and today I have a very special guest. And to learn a little bit more about myself, you can more than welcome to check out my website. It's www.cindyvking.com. And today I have a very special entrepreneur, and is very well known in Vancouver, and his name is Dan Locke. So Dan Locke, people want to learn a little bit more about you.
I see myself, in one word, I would describe myself as just an entrepreneur. And also in my spare time, I mentor other entrepreneurs and business owners, and also run one of the largest business group in Vancouver called Vancouver Entrepreneurs Group. I've been, being an entrepreneur all my life since I was, 16, 17 years old. And I've only had one job in my entire life, working in a supermarket for 1 year. Other than that, I've always worked for myself. So I consider myself one of those unemployable person. Don't want a job, don't need a job, want to be my own boss, in control of my own destiny.
Well, welcome to the show. And this is definitely a relationship show.
It'll be interesting because this is the first time ever I'm going on a show talking about relationship. Done like hundreds of interviews on business, on entrepreneurship, on marketing, but first time ever, Cindy. So relationship.
Relationships just as important in business as well, right? So what is it like being married versus being single?
I think it's quite different because a single, like a type A entrepreneur personality, you go, and you're just thinking of, what's the next project, what's the next deal. Mm-hmm. And sometimes when you're that focused on something, you might neglect kind of your relationship or your love life, right? It's very easy for that to happen. And you might think, well, you know what, I don't have time for that. I don't have time to go on a date, and that's a waste of time. Why do I want to sit across a stranger? That's like, it's no good, right? So very, very different. Although when I was single, you go on different dates, but it's very hard for someone like as a business or entrepreneur to kind of want to invest the time. You see this person, and you might even have a connection, but you might go, I got to go see them next week. I don't have time next week, and then it's the week after. So I don't know about other people, but it was quite difficult for me when I was building my company. You go on casual dates, but it's difficult to find someone say, hey, you know what, I'm not going to commit and invest more of my time, energy with this person. So that's a difference. And after you get married, my wife and I, Jenny, we've been living together for quite a few years before we actually get married. So from living together and getting married, it's actually the same. It's actually not much change. I think it's exactly the same. Besides that piece of paper, and you kind of tell your family, oh yeah, we're married now, and you change the Facebook status. Other than that, I think it's...
So married life is a little bit more stable. In other words, for once you have the written paper out.
Yes, but I do think I think because my mom and dad got divorced when I was 14 years old. Mm-hmm. So I guess before I got married, I have this, I wouldn't say fear, but hesitation of, well, do I really want to get married? My wife now, is she the right person? What if I get a divorce? So I had a lot of hesitation. But once I kind of look at it the other way, is if not Jenny, then who?
Yeah.
And I'm like, well, no, I don't think I would find, because we've just gone through so much together in life. I always say she's not just my wife, but my business partner, my life partner, my best friend. We are together practically, like I would say, almost 24/7, right? because we work together, we play together, we're home together. So some couples can do that, like they need that space. We, on the other hand, we don't. So I thought to myself, what would my life be like without her?
Yeah.
It would suck big time. It would suck big time. And after I thought about that, so then, you know what? I think it's time to settle down and just get married. So yeah, but it was a great decision. I have to say, looking back, I think it's a great decision.
Well, I'm very happy for your marriage and that decision making, because it's a lot harder if you don't really know where you stand with yourself.
Yeah.
Especially your relationship. Like you were saying, you guys are best friends.
Yes. Yeah. We talk about everything. We talk about work. We talk about my business. We talk about her life. We talk about, sports and entertainment, everything.
Do you feel like a different man once you got married?
I think definitely even more. I think more mature, even more focused, definitely more focused, because now it feels like not just for myself, but I'm also supporting Jenny's mom and dad, right? So it's more responsibility, but it gives you more extra motivation now. Hey, you know what? I gotta take care of my family. I gotta do what's right. I gotta keep pushing. So I find it's like fuel for me. Yeah. So I think it's a great thing.
So there's a sense of fulfillment as well.
Oh, definitely. Yeah, because now it's more than just me, right?
Yeah. So what is it like having a balanced marriage and business in general? Because you are married and you run a full business around the clock, right? So what is that like?
I don't believe in the whole balance thing. I don't know if I have a lot of balance. Not that we don't take time off when go on vacations and things like that, but I more believe in a work-life integration. So, example, if I'm traveling for work, I always take Jenny with me. So then she's not waiting at home. When is he coming back? And no, if I'm doing a speaking gig, I take her with me. That's in a contract. I'm bringing my wife. So if I'm attending a seminar, I'm bringing her along. So then afterwards, we can also talk about, what have I learned? What have you learned? What do you think? And same thing with her. Whatever she does, I want to get involved. So that work-life integration, it's key. So as you know, even when I do an event, she's always helping out in the back, and like she's like the conductor, right? So she organizes everything else. I do what I do, which is just to teach, and that's great. And we also almost have this chemistry that she had looked at me and I looked at her. I don't have to say a word, and then she says, "Oh, Dan needs water," and she'll get me water. So she's a very, very supportive.
So you treat her like an A client or a business partner into that balance, right? Having that balance.
And I learned this the hard way, Cindy, that before, because everybody around me kind of works for me. So then when I got into the relationship, and that's how initially we have conflict, because I was treating her, well, you should do this, you should do that like an employee. Big no. It's a big, don't do that. It's horrible. That you have to have, the kind of the boss head, take that off, and then you're the husband head. You can't just have that identity all the time. So very much like certain time out there, she's supporting me. I'm kind of in the leadership role, but at home, I let her lead a bit more, let her make the decision at home. Like you pick, and I let her kind of do her thing. And I find you need to do that. You can't just boss a wife around. It's a horrible thing. It's not good for the relationship, right?
No, it isn't. So she's the queen at home, but you're the king outside the house.
Yeah, I think that's the best way to describe it. That's right. So I'm always saying, where do you want to go travel? What do you want to do? Like, where you want to go eat? I would more accommodate what she wants to do. And it's great because then we talk about the 4 personalities, right? I'm the type A, but she's more the have fun. Before I met her, I was more of a workaholic. So I would work long hours, just focus on work, and then she'd be like, "Okay, you know what? Stop." And she'd just come and turn off my computer, right? And just say, "Let's go watch a movie."
Yeah.
So what the hell? I can't. I'm working. No, let's go. Okay, then we go, right? And I'm glad she does that because it kind of breaks my, that pattern a bit and say, "Hey, stop. Let's have some fun." And she sometimes would say, "You know what? We need a vacation." Because if she doesn't bring that up, I would just keep going without taking any time off. But she would kind of, force me in a good way that, hey, you need some time off, work on it tomorrow. And I like that. So it's in a way, she brings, you can say, a little bit more balance into my life. And I just find that I'm more productive. I'm more fulfilled. I am a better person because of that. And it's great. Then she brings that inner child out of me as well, right? Because growing up, I didn't have a lot of, because I started my business at an early age. So I kind of skipped that teenage years.
Mm-hmm.
I don't have, I didn't party, I didn't do any of that stuff. I would just business.
Mm-hmm.
She kind of brings out that inner child in me and say, hey, have some fun. Don't be always so serious, and you can have fun and work hard and play hard. So definitely we have that effect on each other. And at the same time, I'm kind of her mentor as well. I teach her about business, how things work.
Mm-hmm.
So that relationship is nice because it's we're growing together all the time. Yeah.
It's really great to see that you guys are like sidekicks to each other. So
Yes.
she's like the right-handed man, and and I think it's that, and that yin and yang, that polar opposite, is really attractive to a lot of people. Per se, we're attracted to the opposite that help us balance and see other aspects. Business partner, I call them A clients, like a top client. When you treat them well, they function well.
Yes. And I don't know how many couples do. I think more couples do this more common than I think. And I think if you could make it work, a couple working together, I think it's great. If you cannot make it work, that's okay. You do your thing, and she does her thing, and that's okay too, right? But it's very nice because then you're on the same page. That you know what they're going through, and they know what you're going through. Those conversations are good. And it's because I know some couples, they have very, even been married for a long time, they have very surface conversation. Oh, how the kids, what about this? No, but we go deep. We talk about we have very deep conversations. And that's very nice. That's very nice because there aren't a lot of people that I could, and she could tell it to my face. Not a lot of people could do that, right? Give me criticism and say, hey, what can you do to improve? And what can, so that helps me a lot.
Not only that, like I remember you were telling me a story about you were talking at Stanley Park, Ted Stanley, and you were very excited, and you come home, and then she tells you to do what?
Yeah. So basically, the story, it was my TEDx talk, TEDx Stanley Park, and I was the opening speaker. I'm in a red suit, 2,600 people, standing ovation. I'm like, wow, this is awesome. One of my bucket lists, right? I was so excited, and I thought I finished. I go home, and then get changed. And my wife Jenny said, take out the trash. What do you mean take out the trash? I just spoke to 2,600 people. Like I'm the man, right? Take out the trash. Okay, fine. I'll take out the trash. It's nice because it helps me be more grounded. It helps me, still be humble, right? Because sometimes when you are, quote unquote, you have fame or publicity and all this stuff. I always say, don't believe in your publicity, right?
Mm-hmm.
You know what? Doesn't matter in the outside world how they perceive me.
Mm-hmm.
At home, I'm just a husband.
If you found this video helpful, please share it with your friends because sharing is caring. There is 3 things that you can do right now. You can subscribe to my newsletter, see the link below. When you're at there, go ahead, hit the like button, and remember to subscribe because I post news, social media, and video every week. If you have an idea for a video, please leave it in the comment section below. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you next time. Bye now.